What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, because it truly does help me out a lot. Now we're going to be reacting to Lil Durk reacts to OTF Jam, snitching, man. Yes, snitching from jail, man. Now this is absolutely crazy because, man, we all know Lil Durk is a real gangster. Let's just say that, right? So having a snitch around you while you're living that kind of lifestyle is absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? And let's just say he is not happy about this whole situation. Nobody would be happy about this whole situation. Imagine rapping about that lifestyle and actually living that lifestyle, and one of your homies is literally working with the feds the whole entire time. The homie you thought was real, the homie you thought, oh, this guy's never gonna snitch on me, this guy's never gonna change. You get what I mean? You trusted this guy, and turns out he's a snitch, man. Just like in this whole entire situation, we got OTF Jam. He even has the OTF initials before his name. Now he's supposed to be official, so it's crazy, man. Overall, yeah, Lil Durk was basically responding to this whole situation. We all know Lil Durk is locked up right now for allegedly trying to get Quandorondo knocked off, but he did successfully get Quandorondo's cousin or brother knocked off. Let's just say that. But yeah, it's crazy. Let's just say he did slide for Vaughn, man. People were clowning him for not sliding for Vaughn. He was literally the clownery of the internet like a few years ago, if I'm not wrong. People were clowning him for not sliding for Vaughn, man. Turns out he slid for Vaughn, but was it worth it? Don't think so. You get what I mean? But overall, enough with the yapping. Let's just dive into the video, see what it's talking about, because this whole situation is pretty crazy. But I'm not gonna go on a yap spree. I'm just gonna let the video play. But I did see OTF Jam a leaked picture of him eating KFC or some kind of fast food while cooperating with the feds, man. Typical snitch,
jail
right?
For the first time since getting arrested for the passing of Lil Pop. Reporting, Chicago rapper Lil Durk speaks publicly for the first time since the M for Hire arrest in Hypno Carlito's new song Free Smirk. Something concerning occurred shortly after, confirming what happened on that phone call. A report reads, OTF Jam found by OTF members, hiding out in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was punished for snitching on OTF owner Lil Durk, while also releasing a photo of the scene just outside the house Jam was staying at. This all went down not long after OTF members investigated Durk's old Instagram lives, where they saw OTF Jam wearing a wire because he was holding the top of his jacket, whispering in it, and making sure it was connected.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. Like back in the day. Oh, look, he took out.
Check on your man, I heard you got his head.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, when I was growing up, I
don't have a dare. Architect.
having a who? I'm having a dare.
School trying to stop time.
All that whooping on the net, it got your man
Metro!
Uh-huh. Metro!
It is just sad to see Durk be wronged by one of his members, because when Jam was released after serving 12 years behind bars, Durk handed him $50,000 in cash.
You know what's name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
Get in the milk, bro. Get in the milk, so baby mama get the trigger, bro.
You see that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. This too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Just buy what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof
bro got out what?
You know that
haven't you did all?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah, that's your last bit. 12.
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just getting in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
Jam was one of the most trusted members in OTF. He served double-digit years and never folded for his team, making him one of the last people Durk expected to be wearing a wire. But what Durk and his team never knew about Jam until recently was that he was taken in only a couple months after his release for another charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon that would have found him serving another 10 years in prison. With Jam knowing what it was like and only just getting out, he wasn't willing to go back on the inside and agreed to inform on Lil Durk. But as we mentioned, Durk was the one guy who had his back once he was released. Not only giving him the 50 grand, but Jam mentioned he also bought him a crib and a car, and when he was in prison, Durk paid security for him.
Yeah, because you just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year. 12 years flat.
12 years.
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told him nobody.
Right.
Ain't no on my name.
Like, how did you even get linked in with this OTF period?
Man, get LinkedIn. I do LinkedIn. We grew up together. This ain't no people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail. I know.
Yeah, because he's super solid, bro. Like, he's like, you know what I'm saying? He said, Jam, get out that jam, I'll give him 50. He ain't gotta ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta ask. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Baby didn't feel right about it, so he spoke his mind saying, "This can't be true, man. Free the boy, Durk. These streets are evil. Y'all own brother will turn his back on you." But some people are happy about Durk getting locked up because Charleston White called it a victory for the rap community.
I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. Down goes the drill. 12th round knockout, because it looked like they had got away and they get to ride off into the sunset. So this is a...
However, what's unfortunate about it all was that Lil Durk found out about Jam before he was arrested, although it was just too late, because he had already been informing for over a year, according to DJ Academics.
It's from a group of journalists. Actually, I'll give up the source a little bit. Well, not really the person, but an Atlanta-based journalist said, "Hey, Ack, this is going to happen soon." And I said, "What?" And you know I get my sources and I get news told to me. They said, "I've been told that the feds have been looking into Lil Durk." But I remember, this is before the O Block 6 thing happened. Or actually maybe it was, I can't remember the timing. But I remember thinking after the O Block 6 or 5 like got convicted, I'm like, all right, Durk's finally in the clear. That's what I thought. But the person who was telling me, they say they had good authority that was coming from investigative bodies that was involved in looking into this.
We even saw an interview of Lil Durk speak on how he knew someone he spoke with was going to cooperate. As Durk says, he can figure it out by just talking to someone.
I see shit from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your is gonna cooperate.
Because in this interview, Durk seemed on edge, like he knew something was coming. He'd even make the statement of how he doesn't let anybody go to his house anymore.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the. We're gonna have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the.
You gotta watch. Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, you go too. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
However, once the feds collected enough evidence on Durk after 2 years of investigation, they'd make the arrests on Lil Durk and the 5 suspects that did the hit within 24 hours of each other. And now today, the feds updated their evidence file with Durk's first court hearing and some evidence they have. They brought up rapper Brick Baby. Just recently, he shared in an interview how people can't say Durk never slid for Kingvon because they got Lil Pab at the gas station. And once Durk was arrested, Brick Baby was on livestream and reacted to his old interview, where he practically outed Lil Durk for ordering the hit.
This is just it. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk, OTF, accused of being hired to alive Quando, Rondo in the LA incidents where Lil Pab was unalive. Suspects faced the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit? Or
Why would
They
they do
can't say
that?
that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
God.
Oh yeah, because of
Your face.
wait, no. Like who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, cause Lil Pop.
So this is about the.
Oh, what's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
It got awkward in the room once everyone realized he could have drawn more federal attention to Durk's name. But with him worrying about being on the bad side of Durk, he'd also say that he would have dropped Quandorondo's location if Durk ever asked him.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he asked me, I probably would have been coke if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd something.
Right.
And we'd hear further from the courtroom with a Durk update sharing OTF rapper Lil Durk had his first court hearing for his M for Hire case. The rapper will remain in jail with 0 chances of a bond release or bail. House arrest is still in the question, but not for now. Despite the case not looking good for Durk at all, he's supposedly doing good behind bars so far. With the statement, Lil Durk is reportedly described as super charming by prison staff and other inmates. The only thing he doesn't like in jail right now is the food. Having that report go viral online, known snitch YSL Woody spoke his mind and tried to give Durk some advice.
I want to hear my opinion on the Lil Durk situation. I ain't saying he guilty. I don't know what the situation is. But if life is going good for you and you come from private, we risk so much of our freedom, time, and life trying to get where we at to put ourselves in a position where we can take care of our family and our responsibility. The best revenge was for Kingvon. I'm not saying Durk guilty or anything, but the best revenge that you could have got for Kingvon was stepping up and taking care of his kids. We ignorant, we do stupid stuff. Why is we out here trying to continue to hurt each other? It's not gonna bring it back. What's done is done. It's permanent. Go get his kids, take his kids, and put his kids in a position where they never had to walk in their daddy's footsteps. It hurt me to see that Durk came so far in life just to end up in his predicament. Y'all rap about these things in y'all songs, showing that y'all know better and still choose to be foolish. But God knows, we gotta come together because at the end of the day, we our own enemies.
No matter how bad the Durk case may look right now, Kodak Black's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, spoke on the situation because he thinks Lil Durk has a chance to beat the Quandorondo revenge case unless OTF testifies against him. He says, I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Durk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him.
When it comes to Durk Banks, you know, so far I've seen one text that says don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, you know, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. Because he could be blaming, you know, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff. And he's like, hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all. You can look at that a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, you know, a slam dunk case on Durk Banks.
Because the prosecutors that will be trying to put him away have to prove without any reasonable doubt that he did the crime. And Kodak's attorney further spoke saying what Durk's release date could be, depending if someone snitches or not.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, you know, didn't actually the guy, you know, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, you know, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable, and I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him that'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
However, we'd hear what official evidence has come out on Durk so far. Not only did Jam wear a wire, but they also tapped all of Durk's communications, because it was reported federal investigators obtained iCloud records of Lil Durk advising an associate in his hit plot saying, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Regardless of the warning, the associate booked the flights using a credit card linked directly to Lil Durk. The feds even did their research and found proof that 3 of the suspects knew Kingvon, which means they most likely were in contact with Durk too, because Kingvon was caught buying jewelry with the suspects before he passed.
The solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
But when you get into the details of the hit that went down against Quandorondo's crew, it all starts with Kingvon being taken out by them 2 years prior. Maybe if Quando showed sympathy after his passing, things would be different. Instead, he dropped a diss track with the lyrics, "Man ran up on me, then we sprayed him, I'm talking lights out. We do the dash in that Durango, jumped out with that pipe out, so tell them to pipe down." This is when Durk went into planning. He allegedly set the whole thing up to get someone in Quando's crew. And a few months before it happened, he rapped, "They like Durk, he a singer, he won't do something. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit." Sure enough, after a couple of months, the news of the hit was reported.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
Some believe it was an accident that Lil Pop was the one who got hit, but it makes you wonder if Durk wanted Quando to feel the same emotions Durk did only a couple of years prior. Because Quando was angry and dissed Kingvon again. "My favorite op gone, his sister talks too much, no I don't like her. Lil Timmy rolled her brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kicks." However, with Durk feeling like he was doing better after the gas station hit, Durk went to another level, poking fun at Quando's reaction to his best friend passing. Lil Durk rapped, "Look on the news and see your son screaming, 'No, no.'"
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
But yeah, that is the end of the video. That is absolutely crazy, man. Now, I don't think anybody can really say that Durk didn't slide for Vaughn, right? Durk definitely slid for Vaughn, and he didn't even do it once. He tried to do it twice. You get what I mean? Like he got Quandorondo's cousin knocked off, or brother knocked off, right? Had Quandorondo crying, "No, no, no," then or crying and rapped about it. And not only that, bro, but I remember this whole situation happening. This whole situation was crazy, bro. It was on the news and everything. Lil Durk was crying, and later on, Quandorondo ended up actually dropping his flag. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to be a gang member or associated to the streets after this happened to his cousin or brother. So the whole situation was crazy, and a lot of people were clowning him. You get what I mean? Calling him soft, calling him pathetic, just because he didn't want to be associated with this lifestyle anymore after what happened, right? It's crazy, man, because now we know Durk is responsible for this whole entire situation. So it's wild. But not only did he get Quandorondo's cousin or brother, but he also tried to get Quandorondo himself. You get what I mean? But I think getting Quandorondo's cousin or brother knocked off was a direct hit. You get what I mean? It was done directly, because I think Durk wanted to get somebody knocked off. You get what I mean? He was willing to. He was basically telling people, "Hey, anybody who gets Quandorondo knocked off for me, I'll pay you this amount of money, and I'll give you music opportunities," right? So it's not like he said, it's not like he said to one of his OTF members or whatnot, said, "Hey, this is what you're gonna do this, get him knocked off." You get what I mean? Wasn't one of those situations, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it's wild. But OTF Jam was wearing a wire and supposedly cooperating with the feds for a full year, which is insane. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, a full year, and Durk didn't catch on to it. He at least had to be a little suspicious at times. You get what I mean? But like a full year and you're not like suspecting anything, bro. That is wild. And bro snitched for like a KFC meal. You get what I mean? Like he asked the feds, hey, get me a KFC meal or a fast food meal, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. And you know, and then right after bro slam dunked all of his food, right? He's gonna look right up at the camera. He looked right up at the camera, man. And that's where that picture went viral, I guess. But yeah, Durk is not happy about this situation. Anybody wouldn't be happy about this situation. If it was you, bet you wouldn't be happy about this situation. You know what I mean? Like clearly Durk loved him, you know what I mean? He kept him as a brother, put the OTF initials right before his name, made it official, everything, bro. No homo though, you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, clearly they were locked in, they were close. So finding out your day one homie is snitching on you is wild, you know what I mean? But yeah, enough with the app. I'm just gonna cut the video here. Let me know what y'all think. And Charleston White also reacted to this whole situation, which was hilarious. Saw like a clip of it on TikTok or something, so might make a video on that. But yeah, peace out.